Hey, good morning, tubers. Me again, blowing up your computers and slowing down your information speed. Hey, this is next up on the bench here. It's a commercial weed whacker, Mac 3227. Haven't done much research on it and haven't really had a chance to mess with it yet. But just looking at it, I'm like, I like it so far. I mean, it's got everything that you expect out of it. It's got it's got a choke on it. It looks like, see, this is our trusty old friend Walbro. You can see that down in there. Looks like it just got put away and just been sitting there collecting dust for some time. But hey, I wanted to show you something. Over here, if you remember back like when I do initial inspections, it's like right down there. It said it's free to look at as long as there's like no parts involved. Okay, but otherwise it goes like $25 to go towards the repair. This is the perfect example of what I'm talking about. So watch this fuel line. It's just rock hard and rotted on there. So it's already broke. If you look down here, look right there. Can you see like where the little mouse was chewing on that? I don't know if you can see that. How good. Anyways, yeah. The guy is, mouse is chewing on it. Mouse was chewing up on it up top here just a little bit. I don't think he liked that part. Didn't go too far, so it just means that I'm gonna have to go deeper into it than I normally would, just because there are electrical wires in here for grounding out the switch and stuff. So this one will take them probably a little bit longer to triage and make sure that everything's going to be 100%. And then down here, ordinarily that's the remote primer. You would say, you know, oh, it's just sun rotted, but because I saw that fuel line, and if you look down in there, see that fuel line right there? You got another mouse issue right there. So there's a mouse who's been inside this machine, be all over it. So I'm gonna power wash it first, and then I'm gonna go at it. But initial inspection says, see, like he chewed that bulb right off. Anyways, initial inspection says that you're gonna have to dive into this pretty deep. Walbro carburetor, that's a piece of cake. We keep all the diaphragms and stuff for that. But yeah, he's already gonna be like $25 into this, because he's gonna have to replace all those fuel lines, wash out the tank. The insides actually looks pretty decent, pretty clean. Actually very decent, very clean. And I don't think this is going to be a big deal. It's got super good compression. It'll be running this afternoon. We'll do a little follow-up on it and stuff. He's got these little teeth thingies for cutting the deep grass. I was out to this guy's property yesterday, and that's some big grass out there. Got a commercial head on it. I'll probably take and grease up that gearbox because I know that it's been sitting around. And then here was something like really weird. Look at the tip of this thing, and that little guard it actually looks like it was in acid or something. Because when I brush it, all this stuff comes off. But do you think maybe that was like another animal just chewing on that thing? What do you think? It's like really weird. So because everything else is all dust covered and stuff like this. This might come into play later on, so you got to keep that in mind. So yeah, Mac 3227. We'll post a follow-up video on this later on this afternoon when we get it running. Hey, and then guys like Okie Chopper and stuff like that, I know that you guys were probably just kicking yourselves when like I had that 3.5 Classic with really bad compression, and I couldn't get the sump plate off, and the blade mount was just so stuck on there. Remember that one? And he says, so I did go and get that piston. And like I said, it was brand new. So it almost, I'm 99% sure that guy changed out that cam gear for the valves. And that's why that thing was so bad. Had I been able to get that sump plate off, I would have been able to fix it and, you know, flip it. But it didn't work. And if you want to know how I got that sucker out of there, because I never did get the plate off, and I'm too damn lazy to take and cut that sump plate, what I did is I drilled a hole big enough. Let me show you on this one over here. I drilled a hole big enough for my ratchet and my extension to go right through the side of here. And I just went in there and I undid the bolts, you know, from the bottom of the connecting rod from the cap. And I just took and I pulled the head off, pushed the piston out the top, and then grabbed the connecting rod cap. So that's how I got it out. Curiosity was just absolutely killing me on that one. So yeah, this sucker's brand new. So if anybody needs a piston, you can have it. Leave me a comment. Isn't that crazy? All right, hey guys, we'll do the follow-up on this Mac 27 or 3227 here in a little bit. And bye-bye Mouse House. We're gonna have a trimmer running here. All right, catch you a little bit. Out.